Thank you so much for coming back, mamas. Oh my gosh, I feel so good to be back to like recording again and just talking with you. So today is Throwback Thursday, and it's bringing you back to a memory I once experienced. Like I would say, I was either in high school, um, trying to find myself, like who am I in this world, and being light skinned in a predominantly Latino neighborhood. I was raised in in Humble Park, and I went to Roberto Clemente High School. And in my neighborhood, you would have mostly, Latinos, and you have sprinkle of blacks and Mexican, and we had even like a sprinkle of Polish, people who are from Poland, right? So I remember I I was, like trying to make friends. Okay, I was trying to make friends, and it was a group of girls, of black girls, and I remember them saying to me, "We can't be friends. You too light skinned. You're not black enough." And that, oh my gosh, tore me apart. My mom did not talk to us about, skin color. I do not remember her having conversations about skin color. You being black, you're just black. And that like just tore me apart, um, because I really wanted to be friends with these girls. Going to high school, you want to have friends. You don't want to be the only one just singled out, because it was the high school that I went to was predominantly Latino, Roberto Clemente. So I was just trying to find who I was. What do you mean I'm not black enough? And so fast forward to now, me being a mom of a beautiful light skinned girl, you know, uh, I just don't want her to experience that. So, like, we live in Rogers Park, and what I love about our neighborhood is that it is diverse. You will experience every culture, I will say, in this area. Down the street from here, like on Devon, is Indian. Um, like I mean, all of these different cultures in one area. And I am truly blessed to um, be in this area. I've been living here over I moved in this area when I was 20, and I have not left. But like, I think that it's very important to expose your children to all cultures. So like, it's not like a culture shock when they get older. And another thing that I believe in is to lay the foundation of who you are, and also to be open to others, who don't look like you, to still love them, um, you know, extend friendship to people who don't look like you. So when Hannah, her first Christmas, her no no her second Christmas, I wanted to like start to instill these things in her about loving herself, and knowing who she is. She's a black little girl, and wanting her to just have confidence And and it was different things that I've been doing. But the first thing was I bought a vanity set because we were gonna like play with her hair, loving her hair texture, and just just owning herself starting at a young age. And with that vanity set, I bought a book, and I don't want to cry. I don't know why I'm like a little bit emotional, but I bought a book, and it's called I'm a Pretty Little Black Girl. And I was looking for different books that I can start this with. And my idea was to buy a book that had like representation, like early on. And she absolutely fell in love with this book. Like, it's just amazing. What I love about this book is that on the flip side, if you can see, it has all shades of brown. Okay, and all shades of brown. It has different textures of hair, and in the book it talks about it's just about like this sisterhood, that even though we're different shades, we still are black. No one's better than another because of the skin tone, your skin complexion. And girl, my daughter loves this book. Like, we read this to her every night, coupled with other things, like, God Loves Me books and different things like that. But to have this on hand was amazing. So let me just open the book for you just to show you some of the pages. And I might just read some of the things that it says. And just look at her. Like, she is just so in love with herself. Let me just read the first the first book. Now, it's so good. I love this book because it's interactive and it involves the child. So it says, I look in the mirror on some days. My hair is just going every which way. And when I see myself in the mirror, I twirl and I yell, I'm a pretty little black girl. And oh my gosh, my daughter lived for that moment when it was ready for her to scream out that she is a pretty little black girl. And it talks about, like her getting ready for her day. And here she's meeting up with her friends, going to school. It talks about like her love for school and learning, and then meeting up with her girlfriends, and you see all these shades of brown, right? And then look at these girls. They're all shades, and I believe there's some of them are a little mixed, they have not touched on like I'm mixed with this, I'm mixed with that, but they describe the attributes of these young girls. So this one she loves because she spells out tall. But she said, my friend Kia is tall and tan, right? And then she has tall, Tall, and then she's playing the cello, like not enforcing, but allowing the child to see that she's able to do whatever she's interested in. Because you see here, she's into books, and she talks about her friend into books, and then she talks about her friend just hanging out, one of her best friends, and she's over here writing, and she has, like, if you can see, she's writing her name. And it's just so cool. Let me just flip over, but I just love this book. It's just so good. And I love this part because it says, but all of our colors blended into one makes us pretty black girls, and we have our fun. It's just, I love this book. And it talks about how they help each other, how they're there for each other, about good manners, how they treat each other, how they're supposed to treat each other, and what they aspire to do in the future when they get older. Like this one, Hannah just likes to name like all of the different things that they're doing. You know, like she's the dancer, she's a reporter, she's running for president. Like, you know, that empowerment message. And at the end of the day, she's saying, bye, girlfriends. I'll see you guys later. But yeah, I just absolutely love this book. So if you're like at that, in that place of, you know, like instilling good like books, like good messages, character, and just a message of loving yourself and loving who you are, I would say like start off with these books. They're like picture books, and they get to just explore the book in itself. And I absolutely love this one. This one is by Betty K. Bynum, and it's called I'm a Pretty Little Black Girl. And I was doing some research, and this was like one like number, I forget, out of 10 books. This was a part of like this roster of books to get for your black little girl. Now I understand that I have friends that, you know, who are not black, but I would also say, you know, like to find books that represent your child in some way, or if you're looking for books to like instill good manners or morals and different things like that, I would say get those books, read them to them at starting at an early age, because these are words going into them, you know. Just like we take the Bible and we take snippets from the Bible and we devour that word, you know what I'm saying? We eat up that word to encourage us, to keep us going strong in our faith walk. These are similar to that, like reading these stories, you know, to them, that's going to empower them and that's going to encourage them and, you know, show them that they belong in a sense. So that's my little Throwback Thursday message of, you know, what I'm doing differently, just to change the will. You know, we don't have to live the same way as we did, you know, in our childhood. If there's some things that you need to change, you know, you can start with you and your family. Yeah, so I hope that you enjoyed this Throwback Thursday. And hopefully you get the book if you have not gotten this book. And I have more to share. I'm looking forward to these Throwback Thursdays because I can give you a little bit of my backstory, and encourage you as well to go back and see, like, if you're still doing the same thing, what can you change? How can you make it better for now? So be blessed, mamas. I love you so much. I love you so much, and I will see you on the next episode. Bye. Love you.